Dogpatch. Welcome back.
Dogpatch. A little rainy today.
No one's even going to know what we're talking about in like 2 months when you say that.
I know. The rain is rare. We just got done eating some food. I took you on a little drive through the Patch. You haven't seen it in a bit. The latest addition to the Patch fabric is a vegan creamery.
Didn't see that coming.
Nor did I. And it's in like the middle of the block, almost residential, kind of mysterious.
But as we both said, we were just happy to see the space go into use.
It was a kind of abandoned bodega for a while, 20 years. And then I drove by it one day and there was like 100 honkies in line. What's up, bro? But they didn't have any signage. I'm like, what is this? I thought it was a vax site. I really like some boutique vax site. But in fact, it's vegan ice cream, which can you call it ice cream?
I would have loved to have helped clean that place out because it was like sun-faded Marlboro signs in the window.
Yeah, like the lady eating the Euro.
Yeah.
That poster of the woman eating the Euro.
Oh, yeah. The inside of that place could have told some Dogpatch tales.
Yeah, it was pretty dusty. Like the windows never got really papered over.
You could always kind of peer in there and see like one bag of Lay's. Sort of.
It had a Cold War feel.
Mm-hmm.
The weirdest one back here that closed around 2001, it was on Greenview. It was Cold War shit. It was like a Polish guy. There was no fresh foods. It was all canned and boxed stuff, but everything had an inch of dust on it. He sold cigarettes in there, so that would be my occasion to go in there. And he was probably in his late 80s, 90s. And then he had this really young boy, probably 15 or 16, that didn't speak any English, only spoke Polish in there. The place was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he owned the building, and then when he sold the building in 2001, probably made some decent money, but had he held on to that until now, shit, vegan ice cream.
Let's talk about some music.
So today on Dogpatch, we're going to explore a songwriter who is dear to our heart. He's been played on the show before.
Yeah, no stranger to Dogpatch listeners, but this is your guy.
With each year, my respect for him grows because he's got depth. And we're talking about Clarence Reid from Miami, Florida, born in Cochran, Georgia, but made his bones in South Florida. He's prolific and he's pretty well known. I will say that the year that he died, 2017, I think, during the obituary reel at the Grammys, they missed him. I was actually kind of bitter because they have all kinds of marginal ass motherfuckers on there. I'm like, Clarence Reid wrote tons of shit.
Some guy who like assistant engineered a Phil Collins record is up on that reel, but no blowfly.
Phil Collins.
But nonetheless, the depth of his songwriting is difficult to measure. He has this extra level of pathos to everything he does. Chord changes are always on point. As the 70s rolled around, he got a little bit more rote. You know, the whole kind of TK family just kind of started to churn out a very same kind of sound. Even before the disco explosion, in general, they kind of found their groove and stayed in it. But in the 60s, when Clarence was writing, he was writing some far out, very literary shit. Man.
Yeah.
The words and the concepts are all super strange. And as we know, there's Clarence Reid, the songwriter and performer, and then his diabolical alter ego, Blowfly. We're going to go deep into the Blowfly nooks and crannies.
Fucking dinosaurs and shit.
Takes a contemporary hit and modulates it to be extremely gross and offensive. Usually really
like
offensive.
Beyond horny into like gross.
Yeah, offensive. Like slimy.
Where you're like, man, maybe Tipper Gore like had some points.
Yeah. See, Dolores Tucker was on the right path. But we give him a pass. It's weird. He hasn't been canceled. He has written some offensive shit, but no one's stepped to him. But we're going to explore the sensitive, deep, really amazing side of Clarence Reid. And it's all going to be pretty weird stuff, too, because like we said, he was prolific. We're going to play rare shit because market watch.
Weird, but keeping it in the lane.
It's all very Clarence.
It's as Clarence as Curtis is Curtis.
Yeah, and to that point, I was thinking about like American songwriters of the 20th century, particularly African-American ones. And you have Curtis and you have somebody like Clarence. There's no mention of them in the Goffin Kings and Doc Pomuses and, you know, all the great songwriters. You never hear these people. Their songs are just as timeless, just as ephemeral, just amazing shit. So we're going to start off with a record by a woman named Edie Walker on her own label called Mew, M-E-W. This is from a town called what?
Ojus?
O-J-U-S. Ojus, Florida, which apparently is a 2x2 square block area of North Miami.
The Luxembourg of North Miami.
I lived in North Miami, never heard of this shit, but this is some astounding 60s Clarence Reid business. Hard as nails.
Not to get ahead of ourselves, but he wrote for a lot of women.
His material was handled so well by women. On an earlier Dogpatch, we listened to The Wrong Girl by Betty Wright that he wrote too. Some pretty tortured and extraordinary songwriting, like handled so well by a woman. So that Edie Walker kills me. It's just so tough. I mean, the drummer is going for Delph, truly. I think he defined Delph.
Yeah. He arrived at Delph in record time.
And there's strings and all this, it's got all this room and it's all dressed up and literally nowhere to go because that shit is rare.
And Miami isn't like the money pit that we know it today. Like, it was just kind of like a southern town with like barely any infrastructure.
It was an outpost.
Yeah.
It was basically just outlaws, people trying to get away from something. One thing to consider about Miami is that it hasn't really been a town to live in until like the 30s.
Yeah.
The shit was swamp. They had to lay down a lot of limestone.
They had to dredge. They had to build railroads. They had to...
The railroad was the most important feature because Flagler, there's Flagler all over Miami. Flagler built a rail that actually got from kind of above the Everglades down into the bottom.
Something that I thought was really interesting in that book that we both read and loved,
Up for Grabs,
is that in the year 1900, there was more people living in Key West than Miami.
Yeah.
Key West had a larger population than Miami, and that's...
You got to think it's the newest big city in the United States, and it's really modern.
And the capital being so far north really tells you a lot of how uninhabitable the rest of the state was.
Right.
Because usually they put something kind of central.
Disney World.
The capitalists' capital.
British people love Orlando, Florida. If you took a survey, there's data to support this. Like most Brits, when they come to America on vacation, they go to Orlando.
We just call it the dough.
Steak taco.
I'm sure big with the Japanese as well, too, because they love Mickey Mouse over there.
I think that the LA, the OG.
Okay.
This is Disneyland 2.0 in
Of
Florida.
course,
It's the
of course.
Florida version of it.
It's the California-Asia connection.
Yeah, I think that's probably what that has to do with. All right, so the next song we're listening to is also pretty early in Clarence's career. Some of his early stuff was on Dial,
Which I didn't know.
the Buddy Killen Dial label, and he did songwriting there too. Obviously, he kind of got folded in there at some point. We're going to listen to a record by a group called the Daydreams, a female group who I don't believe are from Florida. They're probably just part of the machine. A song called Part of Your Love from 66. Looks normal, kind of sounds normal, but upon closer inspection, you start to listen to the lyrics and you're like, wait, these are pretty fucking weird.
Yeah. And this is on Dial, which is a notable platform.
Yes.
A player.
Yeah, definitely. So this is a cool little nook in Clarence's career.
She'll never let you go, and it hurts me to know you can only give me, you can only give me part of your love, part of your love. I know the love that you're giving me, baby, it belongs to another woman. But I'm gonna You can only give me part of your love. I need you. You can give me. Oh, baby, I love you. Yes, you are. I love you too. Yes, you are. Baby, 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 I love you. I love you, baby. Yes, I do.
I never had a love to call my own. I've been a lonely, lonely man since the day that I was born. So here I stand with open arms, waiting on your love and charm. Oh, baby, I need someone to fulfill my needs. Someone to fulfill my needs. And baby, baby, I need you. Life is no good without someone you love. I say life is no good without someone you love. For true love, I'll pay the price. Make any kind of sacrifice. Oh, baby, I need someone to fulfill my needs. Someone to fulfill my needs. And baby, baby, I need you. And when you have someone you care, your pain are easy to bear. And when you have a love that's true, you never have to feel sad and blue. So here I stand with open arms, waiting on your love and charm. Oh, baby, I need someone to fulfill my needs. Someone to fulfill my needs. And baby, baby, I need you. And baby, baby, I need you. I don't want you to cry no more, baby. I said I need you. I don't want you to leave me
Did you hear that?
It kind of blew through me like Sarah Connor in Terminator 2, where like the firewall like rips her flesh from her bones and she's just a skeleton gripping onto a fence.
That extra layer of something else happening psychologically. Besides the fact that the band is leaving everybody in their dust,
Yeah.
then you have the chord changes as such. The words are so crazy. That little middle change where the
Yeah.
bass line changes.
Well, and Little Beaver, who
Edmund Collins, Robert Ferguson, maybe Freddie Scott, just that band, the Frank Williams Rocketeers, essentially just backing the fuck out of the Movers duo,
Yeah.
who did 2 records on Deep City. That's from '66, so that's pretty early too. That's the same year for the most part as Part of Your Love, the Daydreams, which was a little bit more standardized kind of mid-60s shit.
Yeah.
And then you leave them to their own devices in Liberty City and they give you that banger.
that has the sort of same kind of like sunburned insistence of like stuff you hear out of the Caribbean.
Yeah, the Bahamian influence across all Miami music, it can never be underestimated. I'm sure there's some scholarly takes on this, but that's kind of what gives it its thing and is actually a really good introduction to this next little brace of music that we're going to play.
You're welcome.
It has this sunny Miami bounce, particularly of the, Willie Clark, Clarence Reid, Johnny Pearsall, just the core musicians that made up the Miami sound. There's this sunny bounce to it. And then you throw Clarence, who's still got these dark lyrics and this weird shit, this like blue and purple watercolor that he's putting over this sunshiny material. And it's just so effective and unique.
Yeah.
So I'll play 2 songs that illustrate these kind of dark lyrics over a more positive sand-filled vibe, if you will. Parasols, the kind of popular imagination idea of Miami, that it's just sunshine and goodness. It's not cocaine and like withered people and collapsing condos.
Baseball glove grandmas.
Yeah, Rawlings. We'll play I Can't Speak by Jimmy Bohorn on Dade, and we'll back that up with Baby Please, Pretty Please by the always great James Knight and the Butlers.
La na 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 na. La la na 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 na. Oh, I know you've seen me watching your baby for quite some time. Just what's on my mind. I wanted to ask you for your love in some sweet little way. Oh, but every time I see a girl, not a word can I say. I just can't speak. I just can't speak.
fabulous James Knight and the Butlers, who were the band backing Clarence on all the early Blowfly stuff. So a little fold in there.
That right there is like playing in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina right now.
A little anecdote. So that sound, that very cheerful, bright and shiny stuff, when I moved to Miami in late 89, I believe, to live with my father, junior year of high school. My dad lived on Biscayne Bay, like at 25th near the Omni, and that was what it felt like. It was sunny. There was like chicks in bikinis walking around. It was just this different vibe from Columbus, Ohio, clearly. I was there for about 2 weeks, and then it became the dark Clarence Reid. I got jacked for my skateboard by some young punks on the street. And then I was like, wait, this guy's got a box cutter on the bus. And I was like, wait, there's a whole nother element of Miami I didn't know shit about.
There's nothing wrong.
But I think the darkness and the light is actually what makes Miami such a cool place, because it can be, if you never leave South Beach, you'd be like, this is it. But you just go a few miles west, not a mile west, and you're in Overtown in Liberty City, Tamiami, and you're like, yo.
Well, it goes from like Joe's Stone Crab to like Little Haiti in, a mile.
People underestimate the sheer vastness of Miami.
True.
The last time I was there, I spent about a month there a few years ago. And it felt a lot more like LA. It was very automobile oriented. You had to get in your car and get on the Turnpike or 95 and drive to Fort Lauderdale's its own universe, too. Sure. It's a completely different universe.
It's almost like Orange County to LA.
Exactly. It's just vast place.
Well, it's like a southern city, but it's also like the New York City of the Caribbean. And it's also, I mean, the Everglades are right there. So you've got like, you can chop a body up and feed it to gators like in a night.
For the last, say, 40 years, 50 years, Miami has replaced New York City as the front door to America. Because the great deal of the immigration that's happened has been coming from the Caribbean and South America. They don't go to New York anymore. They go through Miami. Yeah. So let's stay in the dark side of Miami for a second.
Yeah, let's explore.
A very popular song from the pen of Clarence Reid that's had its renaissance is Don't Be Surprised by Lynn Williams on Suncut. It's just a heartbreaking tearjerker, darkness. It was done twice. It was also done by a group called the Diamondettes. Same backing, different vocal. So one thing that Clarence does a lot, there's always a third party. He's always like the third wheel. Like in that Daydreams song on Dial, the first line was, I really want you, but you're married. Yeah. Three's a crowd type shit.
Some dynamic that puts the song sort of like into soap opera territory.
Yeah. It becomes dramatic.
Yeah.
And Don't Be Surprised is certainly that. It doesn't necessarily have the third party perspective, but it definitely has deep loss vibe. So we'll go there.
Am I a fool? Am I weak? No. Somebody tell me I'm playing it cool. Oh, she has made my whole life a mess. But still I work day and night for her. Oh, so she could always have the best. Hey, am I a good man? Am I a good man? Am I a fool? Am I a fool? Am I weak? Somebody tell me. Or am I just playing it cool? You know what? The best of her love she gives to someone else. But still, before I hurt the little girl, I'd rather hurt myself. Does that make me a good man? Am I a good man? Am I a good man? Am I a good man? Somebody tell me. Oh, am I a good man? Oh, she's made. She's made my whole life a mess. But still I work day and night for her, oh, so she could always have the best. Hey, am I a good man? Am I a good man? Am I a fool? Am I a fool? Am I weak? Somebody tell me. Am I just playing it cool? Am I playing it cool? You know I love her. Oh, I love and I need her. Even though she do me so wrong. Am I just too blind to see? Maybe I've been in love too long. Hey, am I a good man? Am I a fool? Somebody tell me.
You said that got some serious love in a show we both love, Atlanta.
Yeah, that got synced in Atlanta. How about that bass line, though,
Oh.
dude? So that's definitely Edmund Collins playing
Okay.
the bass. And it seems almost passe to say that the words Miami and bass are almost always linked.
Sure.
And actually, this shit is starting in the 60s with that bass shit. Like, there's not too many bass lines going on in 67, 68 that have whatever's happening there.
Well, they're in the front. They're mixed in the front like a reggae record or like a Bayesian
Yeah, they're
record.
melody lines and stuff. It's really incredible. So that was Am I a Good Man by them too on Deep City. Essential piece of 60s music.
It's almost like power chord soul, drop D, and just like
well, emotional drop D. You know what I mean?
tidal wave, like sort of just like
A tidal wave at night, like drowning at night.
definitely after dark.
When you think about drowning, you think about like falling out of a boat like in the sun.
Yeah.
But this is like getting pulled out by the riptide and drowning at night. Clarence is so evocative. There's so few songwriters that can just do this consistently.
Yeah.
He kind of spreads his stuff out. You know, he's on
Yeah.
Dial and has the stuff. He even worked with Jack Taylor in New York. He's got records on Taster because Jack Taylor, the Fat Jack, the notorious drug kingpin / record entrepreneur, was definitely going down to Miami for reasons other than music. You know, to bring that work up to New York and then into Detroit too. So like Clarence touched a lot of people during his time.
And something that I think is very present in his songs is that his songs were about something. You know, it wasn't just like, let's string together some sweet imagery that rhymes, that has the right amount of syllables. Like, I think that he probably sat down and was like, what's this song about? You know what? I'm going to write a song about this.
An event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually about something happening, like an event. So often you got to think how much of it is poetry and how much of it is autobiography.
Yeah, storytelling.
Because some of this stuff, you're like, most normal people wouldn't come up with that couplet. So that must be some shit he either saw, lived, or heard about on a very, close proximity.
What's Uptown Funk about? It's like Bruno Mars can't tell you, but that last song, like Clarence Reid could tell you, oh man, well, you know.
What day?
Yeah.
I was like, we'll tell you what I was driving.
Yeah, precisely.
So you had mentioned earlier that women handle Clarence's material with particular aplomb.
And perhaps he writes for women.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know,
I think so. I mean, he had a very close relationship with Betty Wright. Obviously, they made a grip of records, some of which were huge hits, Clean Up Woman and all this other stuff. So we'll hear 2 back-to-back songs of women performing his stuff. Each of them is not on a Miami label, in fact. So the first thing is Girls Can't Do What the Guys Can Do, the Betty Wright classic, but done by Judy White on Buddha.
Okay.
Judy White was associated with T-Neck and the Isley Brothers and stuff. So here was a song where they heard it and they did it. But it's cool to hear, like, to take it out of the kind of deep city vibe and have a whole different band doing his arrangements. So we'll listen to that.
We're gonna make mistakes, but so does everyone. We're not bad just because I wanna have a little fun, just because I wanna be loved. You guys think we're weak, but if you want us to be good, I'll carry my skin. So listen, don't make the good girls go bad, no, please. Don't make the good girls go bad, no. Let us be good, please. Don't make us bad, no.
Ooh, it's so good.
Both those songs had very hard HBCU marching band horn sections. The first of which, obviously noticed by somebody in Beyonce's camp, very recognizable from the song she did, Upgrade You, with a U, not a Y-O-U.
What we just heard was Della Humphrey, a teenage Della Humphrey, Don't Make the Good Girls Go Bad on Arctic from Philly, Jimmy Bishop's label. Arctic had some kind of connection with South Florida. Philly in general did a lot of the Frank Williams stuff got put out on Phil LA of Soul.
I mean, clearly they were making noise. I mean, they had a
Well, they're great
reputation
songs.
outside of Miami.
Yeah,
so.
and they're just really good songs. And I think, since day one, everybody's known that it didn't take 50 years and two white dudes in Chicago to let the world know that.
It's really interesting to know the Betty Wright version of that. And then what was the other woman's name?
Judy White.
That's even almost like a bootleg Betty White. Betty Wright would be Judy White. But anyway, to hear just a New Jersey-fied version of a Miami soul standard just tells you what 1,200 miles of I-95 will do to a song.
I'm assuming that Beyonce sampled the Betty Wright version, not the Judy.
I think so.
Judy White version.
Yeah.
Though it would probably been cheaper for the Judy White version.
£500,000.
So the question then is, have you ever met Clarence Reid?
I met Blowfly.
Very distinct difference. It's it's very different.
Dude is a method actor.
He's in it.
He doesn't slip out, but Blowfly played at this little kind of like punk rock coffee shop venue squat in Winston-Salem in I think 2004. I went, of course I went, had to go. And he's all tied in with Alternative Tentacles and stuff. So,
well, he did that punk rock record around 2004.
Yeah.
Which we should like line by line just go through the song titles on that.
In the unrated version of this episode.
You got to keep them penetrated.
That's just a teaser, but
I want to be filleted.
Truly burnt.
So he's got this like kind of punk skater trio playing. He storms the stage and he's just like kind of hopping around and everybody's like sort of shocked. We're all kind of standing equal distance apart, kind of like socially distanced. And this guy standing in front of me turns around and he said, "Did he just say unicorn pussy?" Wow. It's almost like if you were Japanese and you went and saw like a Pentecostal preacher preach, I mean,
Snake handler.
Yeah, it's just like so foreign, so shocking, and so otherworldly.
I quickly looked over to another song on the Blowfly's punk rock party, and he's got to the tune of Holiday in Cambodia by the Dead Kennedys. It's called R. Kelly in Cambodia. Layers.
Levels to this shit. So after the show, he was autographing records. There was a piano, like an old broken down piano there, and he sat down to play this piano in his hands.
Can we talk about the length of Blowfly's middle finger? I mean, that's
I was going to say there's like 3 knuckles on it.
The Blowfly on TV LP, if you look at it, he's got the mask on, he looks crazy, and he's throwing the bird, and that shit looks photoshopped.
Yeah.
It's like a foot long.
His hands, like, I mean, I hate to say it, but like all his fingernails looked like big toenails. His fingers had like 2 to 3 knuckles each. And he was playing over an octave on each hand and playing these songs which were shitting on the dock of the bay or whatever. Like he'd play a song. It was very naked and exposed and honest.
When I lived in Miami, I met both Blowfly and Clarence Reid on 2 separate occasions. So the first time I met Blowfly was at Bob Perry's Blue Note record store a couple days before Christmas. I'm like a junior in high school. I'm just hanging out there. And I remember it was one of the first times I ever got drunk. They had some high-powered like Haitian rum or something in there. And I probably had like a Dixie cup and was faded. So I'm sitting in there and just like, wow, this is a great time. All these, weird record guys talking shit. And literally on some not guilty birth bursts through the door is Blowfly with 2 Tamiami skeezers with him. Full Blowfly outfit, louder than shit, whirlwind of vulgarities.
Yes.
He kind of dapped everybody up and bounced. He was like, it was 40 seconds, like gone, like poof, in a cloud of dust.
Well, he like saw a scene and was like,
and he knew all the dudes and just music people in there. So he went in there, he blowflied the shit up, called everybody some crazy name.
Yeah.
And I'm sat there a little bit drunk at like whatever, 17, like, what the, what?
He's like, what's up, you sorry white dick sucker?
Exactly.
Which is how you got your rap name.
The Poontang clan here.
And then maybe a month later, same thing. I'm in there. It wasn't nearly as festive, just hanging out in the record store. And Clarence walks in, this humble, meek, sweetheart of a man, like, hey, or whatever. And I kind of didn't put it together because Blowfly wears a fucking mask.
Yeah.
That it was the same dude. And then and when he left, then one of the guys at the shop was like, yeah, that's Blowfly. I was like, that was the dude that came in the gold cape and like white go-go boots with those nasty chicks. I was like, yo, Clarence.
Wow.
So the last little patch of music we did was the dark side. And again, he's got the light side too. So we'll play some more upbeat, positive. Again, you listen to the words and they start to creep in as something a little bit subversive. But the general vibe of these next 2 songs is much more the Miami that people have in their imagination as this fun in the sun type shit. So we'll listen to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There Must Be Something Else on Dig.
There must be something I can say to make you look my way. There must be something I can do to make you love me too. You have aroused my desire. My soul is on fire for your sweet love and tenderness. You
I know we still dig each other, so why don't we stop playing those foolish little games? Oh, I'll be good to you if you be good to me. Darling, I'll be good to you if you give all your sweet love to me. Give it all to me, baby, not just a part, all of your heart, baby. Now we try to do without each other, and we're still doing the things that lovers don't do. But I'll meet you more than halfway if you let me, baby. So it all depends on you. Oh, I'll be good to you if you be good to me. Darling, I'll be nice to you if you give all your sweet love to me. Oh, I'll be good to you. I'll be nice to you, baby.
You don't hear much marimba in 60s soul music.
No, that was really nice. And that there was some like really sweet stank on that song. And I have to wonder if maybe with the revenue generated on some of these earlier singles, like Clarence Reid just being in a better financial position, he's like, I'm going to make a feel-good song.
Well, hold that thought. What we listened to was Benny Lattimore, I'll Be Good to You on Dade, late 60s thing. And doing a little cursory research before this, in the 21st century, in like 2003 maybe, or 2013, surprisingly recently, Clarence sold all of his songwriting.
Wow.
You know, he's broke or whatever, you know, as you could imagine, like most of the actual talent behind the music industry is usually broke. I wondered what that sum was. Just given it was probably a lot of songs, the catalog was probably pretty extensive. I bet you it was a pittance, really. I mean, truly. It could have been like some 50 grand shit.
The $500 Eddie Bo got.
From Aaron Fuchs.
Yeah.
I would just hope that whoever bought the catalog cares for it, you know, and like it's not just some kind of asset.
I mean, they obviously rolled that dessert tray in front of Beyonce's producers.
Being tied up in the whole TK empire, you know, Henry Stone's name is on all that. So is Willie Clark's. And
how far down?
Trickle down economy. Like, yeah, it's like, what did Clarence actually see? And I remember towards the end of my time in Miami, and a few times when I went back after I had moved, and I'd ask, have you seen Clarence? He was always hanging out at a dog track. So I don't know if he was gambling himself or he just liked to hang out there, but that's not an uncommon thing to do in Florida, is just hang at the dog track or whatever. But everybody told us, if you want to find Clarence, go to the dog track.
If you want to find Willie Clark, you got to go to the highlight spot.
Yeah, the highlight spot, exactly. And Arnold Alberry, another behind the scenes immense talent in Miami. His name's on all of the great stuff from there. Also a dog track guy too. And again, I don't know if they gamble or if they just hang.
Or if that's just the VFW for old
soul guys in
soul
South
guys.
Florida. South Florida. Yeah, for sure. The dog track, that kind of only exists in South Florida. They know
I was
dog
gonna
tracks
say, like,
in North Carolina.
Dante, let's get in the car and take me to a dog track.
We'd have to
now.
drive to Miami. It's kind of cool. Like, actually, the more I think about it, I'm like, I'd chill out.
Dogs?
There's certainly a restaurant and a bar in there.
Yeah.
You know? And dogs.
Yeah, there's probably some like retiree dogs you can like pet and play around with.
Yeah, and
like,
greyhounds
rub
are kind of weird dogs in general. Like, they're usually a little bit brain stewed. But I like all dogs. So
me too.
Meet me at the dog track, Kirby.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do the next dog patch from a dog track. Yeah. Patch at the track.
Holler at us. Any of the 3 remaining dog tracks in the continental United States.
When we take dog patch on tour, you know, we'll just do
Only doing dog tracks.
only doing dog track.
Come see us in suburban Lexington, Kentucky, and Hollywood, Florida.
The history of dog racing is something like professional dog racing, you know, for betting and stuff. It's something I know.
Well, same
very
with
little
High
about.
Lie, or like
I don't think you bet on High Lie though. No, you just watch the shit. I don't think you bet on it.
I mean, would you watch High Lie?
It's the fastest sport there is on planet Earth. That ball goes like 200 miles. It's a clay ball that goes 200 miles an hour. Dudes die routinely playing Alai. So
Chilling.
there's a pretty good chance that somebody's going to get fucked up,
Cratered
while playing this game. I went to a Alai game with my father. It is nuts. It's louder than fuck too. Like that ball when it hits the wall, the clay. It's crazy shit. Truly South Florida.
We got to get that on the soundboard for the real heads, for the real Alai heads.
Yes. So after about an hour, we've talked about dogs, Alai, Clarence Reid. We kept it pretty South
unicorn
Florida.
pussy.
And we stayed for the most part kind of in the 60s. As you know, like as the 70s rolled on, it went on and on. Blowfly into the 80s, Blowfly made rap records. Clarence Reid continued to write and do all kinds of stuff. Never really achieved the level of national success as he did kind of in the Clean Up Woman era type stuff. But his name is on tons of dope shit. So we're going to end the show with a really known thing by him. 90% of Me Is You is the name of the song. And most people know the Gwen McCrae version, famously sampled by Main Source on Just Hanging Out. There's another version of it with a different vocal on Glades by a woman named Vanessa Kendrick. It's got the same exact backing, but the vocal is a little bit lighter, a little bit more teenage, whereas Gwen McCrae was grown and sexy. She's a little bit younger, a little bit more naive, if you will. And what a great title for a song, 90% of Me Is You.
No, it says it all.
That's not your average song title, which again attests to the depth of the poetry of Clarence Reid, one of America's greatest songwriters. So I'm Dante Carfagna.
John Kirby.
We'll see you at the dog track.
My knees. I wanna be able to do without you, in spite of my needs. How can I do the things I wanna do? The 90% of me is you. My heart no longer does what I want it to, because 90% of me is you. You control my eyes, I can't see no one but you. Baby, you control my mind, I can't think of no one but you. You control my lips, which long for your tender kiss. I never thought it was possible that I could be controlled like this.